Hello everyone. This video is in response to the week 4 readings and videos that we covered for the counseling sessions. There were 3 different counseling videos that we watched, and all 3 of them met I would say were similar to what I imagine a counseling session would be. Each of the 3 counselors seemed empathetic. The counselors showed attentive listening. Some even sat forward, looked like they were making eye contact with the client, and really seemed receptive and caring of what they were saying. They were reiterating what the client stated. So instead of giving their opinion or stating what they thought maybe be the right answer of something that they should do, they had the client then, after they reiterated, they had the client speak about, what they should do and make up their minds. And so that also led to the client coming up with their own responses and their own ways of figuring out an outcome to the situation at hand. I definitely like that they were not giving their opinions, and they were sitting with their body language, the responses, and that they were warm and caring, calm. Their tone was calm, even while they saw that a few of the clients seemed anxious while speaking. They still remained calm, still attentive, still listening, and caring about what the person is saying. The counselors exhibited several characteristics that is commonly looked for in a client. All 3 counselors were professional. They showed active listening towards the client. The counselors were accepting and understanding of the client's struggles. The counselors asked open-ended questions, and I liked that. That it gave the client the ability to come up with their own desired outcome with the open-ended questions instead of something closed-ended where it was a simple question or a simple response to their question. This allowed them to think more and get a good understanding of how the client was feeling themselves to be able to respond clearly to the counselor. And it allows the client to do most of the speaking. The counselors showed empathy towards the clients and really tried to understand their situation. I saw that a lot in the dancing or helping video. I felt that the counselor did not understand maybe where the client felt with how the dancing had helped her get through her situations, but he was actively listening and trying to understand her situation to allow himself to be able to continue to help her create answers to the situation at hand. The counselor's ability to paraphrase was also noticed in the 3 videos. I like that I saw the counselors reflecting on feelings. I've always been big on using feeling words. My history is with working with children, and we always, spoke about how the children need to use their feeling words and understand what those feelings mean, and then so they can then make the right choices of how and be able to communicate how they're feeling. And so I saw this in the video that they were asking the clients how they were feeling and using feeling words back to the client. The feeling words make the client feel that their situation and their feelings were accountable. And they summarize the client's session, allows the client to reflect on the progress they made in the session, which is fantastic because it shows that the I believe that it shows that the counselor is comprehending everything that the client is saying to them and respecting them. So summarizing at the end shows the beginning, middle, and end of that session and what has transpired, and helps them come to a closure by the end of the session. So with the 3 videos, I believe like the first video stated the client's emotions. He was leaning forward towards the client, really listening to what he was saying. He responded to the client's emotions and let the client respond. He restated client's session and asked if he got it right. So he wasn't assuming that he understood it correctly. He asked at the end if he did perceive what he was saying to be correct, which I think is respecting the client and the client's feelings. And then the homesick video used a lot of attentive listenings with the and attentive silence, which at times I think attentive silence might could possibly make the client feel a bit awkward if it's too long, but I think it flowed a little bit, and it felt like that it was more of a question and answer session versus a conversation of something that was going back and forth. It felt to me that was more of the counselor was asking a question and the client was just responding. And then the Dancing or Helping video, I thought that was a great one, especially the fact that, you know, this counseling is something that is new to me, and I want to see how, you know, each different therapist helps the client in different ways. And he was very calm with her, and he even though, like, I believe that in that video the client sounded the most anxious, and he kept calm and spoke in a calm tone, and I think that was helpful for the client to help her continue her way of speaking. And then finally, like, some questions that I feel that I might have from the readings and the video are kind of more or less about the therapist and the different personalities that the therapists have. And we stated that they were all calm and empathetic. And I was just wondering what if a counselor is more of like a high energy, happy person, or like, does that have any effect on the client outcome? And also, the clients were all adults and the therapists were all adults. And I was wondering if the therapist client being a child would be different from the way of working with them. Because I've only seen, you know, occupational therapists and speech therapists come into the schools that I worked for. I haven't had a counselor come in to work really with a child one-on-one in a classroom setting. So that's something that I was wondering about. And I think that was the only question I believe I really had, is if they're working with a child, would you have to change your way of working with them at all? But, all right, thank you for listening, and I hope everyone has a great day.